All right. Here we are, episode 10, Two Vinyl Nerds, Volume 8. Hardcore Record is back after a little hiatus. Rob is back, of course. Take a listen to us spitting off some knowledge of some vinyl records we own. Enjoy.
All right, so we're doing splits, right? Any format?
Split vinyl releases, any format, yes.
All right.
So this is the this was a tough one, naturally. I think we initially said 7 inches just to kind of narrow it down. But there were so many, at least for me, there were so many split 7 inches that I felt needed to be addressed.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and then as I was going through my collection, I was like, fuck, man, there's a ton of like 12-inch split EPs. I got a 10-inch split EP or two. Like, there's just so many. And they're all, and I mentioned this last time, the idea of the split release is fucking awesome to me. I love the idea, because it's like, you can purchase it based on a band you already know, and maybe you have no idea who the other band is, and then you could be turned on to something totally great. Or there could be like 2 bands that you really love that are just on one slab of wax. You gotta have it, and or they do fun shit like cover each other's songs or only do cover songs, And for a completist like myself, it's cool to have like, all the random tracks that bands might not put on a collection or, leave off an LP for whatever reason. So I love the fucking split release. I fucking love it. It's so cool.
Right on. I went back and looked, and I do not have many splits on 12-inch or 10-inch. Maybe
really?
1 or 2 tops. But
all of them
are
yeah,
just, I think like 25% of my 7 inches are splits.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. All right. What do you got? Why don't you go first?
Want me to start it off?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So, let's see. I don't know where to start. Okay, so I have, I'll start with this one. This is a cool one. Okay, so it's the, I have some visuals this time, too. This is the Get Up Kids Coalesced split.
Love that one.
Oh, it's so great. It was put out on Second Nature Records.
Yep.
I guess it was 90... I don't fucking know. In the 90s, probably. But yeah, it's like this cool banana yellow, And the best thing about it is Get Up Kids cover a Coalesce song, and Coalesce covers a Get Up Kids song, and they just totally break them down and recreate them as if they were their own. And it's the fucking coolest thing,
I gotta go back and listen to that one.
Oh, it's so rad. Both tracks are fucking awesome, And it's like 2 really great bands doing like really cool fucking songs, I don't know. I always loved this split just because of that fact, that they were like, oh yeah, we're going to cover each other's songs, but it's not going to sound all your preconceived notions of what you think it's going to sound like is not it,
Oh, that's awesome.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's so rad. Such a cool split, such a great idea, Well,
that's what I loved about like the whole scene, especially like with like the 90s. I'm sure most of it's like that today too, but like you got Coalesce is a metal band, and the Get Up Kids is completely, just like a alternative indie band, and they're not the same at all, but they exist within the same scene.
Yeah.
They
shared members at one point, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's a testament to their scene where like, kids can be into indie rock and also into metal, and it's totally fucking fine. Like, there's no dividing lines there. It's one big happy family. It's great.
I don't know how you listen to one one style of music. You got like those hardcore dudes from the '80s that do that.
Yeah, right. I know.
But there's just
Yeah,
no
it's
way.
like they know what they like and they just stick to it, and that's totally fucking fine. I
Yeah.
got no problem with
Yeah.
that either, you know. But I mean, I don't know. You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. You know, you're kind of missing out on a bunch of cool shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm the type of guy where it's like, you know, if I like someone in a band, you know, I like what they say, I like what they write. I just, you know, like I'll follow that person in whatever else they're doing. You know what I mean? Like Tim
Yeah.
Barry from Avail is a perfect example. You know what I mean? Great lyricist, great band, you know, Avail. And then he went and did something totally different, and it's exactly what you would expect. It's
Yep.
you know, it's just Tim and his guitar doing this fucking thing, and it's amazing. You know,
And then you meet people at Tim Barry shows that don't know anything about Avail,
anything about Avail, and it's like,
which
what
is so
the
cool.
fuck?
But then you turn them on to it and they love it. You know?
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
right, right,
yeah.
right. Yeah, I always said there's like a handful of dudes that I'll follow to the end. You know,
Yeah.
like it's like Ian Mackay. If he were to do a fucking folk record, I'm in. He
Yeah.
never would. You know what I mean? But if he did,
Yeah.
I'm in. You know, fucking Walter, Quicksand Grill Biscuits, anything that guy fucking touches is brilliant, you know?
Oh, yeah. I know.
I'm
I was
in.
in the mall with the kids the other day and we found a walking concert
Ah,
CD
fuck yeah.
for
dude.
$5. And I was like, well, it's $5. I'm just buying it, you know?
$5, it's Walter.
Yeah.
Gonna go
Yeah.
wrong, you know?
Yeah. You know, I know the album, but I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
And it's great. It's like 60s fucking pop, dude. You can't go wrong, you know?
Yeah, years ago, I don't know if it's still around, but there was this website called Friends of Walter
United by Walter.
or United by Walter. Is that it?
Yeah,
And it
yeah,
lists
yeah.
everything he's done.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, you're right. You know about it. I
Pretty
never
great, yeah.
went on there, but yeah.
Yeah, I went on because we're kind of going off on a tangent here, but I went on looking for like Quicksand demos. I know that they had done demos for one of their records, and there were like alternate versions of certain songs and songs that never made the album. I forget what record. I think it was for Manic Compression, and I was like on a deep hunt for these tracks, and I came across that United by Walter site, and I was just like, "What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Crazy!
It is. It's awesome.
It's amazing."
Yeah, yeah,
And it's right. It's you know it's rightfully deserved. You know he's fucking
Yeah.
genius.
yeah. I have a crappy recording of a World's Fastest Car.
Yeah. I found some of that shit on United by Walter.
That never got really released.
No, some of those songs became Rival Schools songs.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, there's like a handful out there that never saw the light of day,
Yeah.
and it's good shit. You know.
Oh yeah. All right, let's switch it up. Here we go.
Yeah.
I was digging through and I forgot I even had this, but it's Drag Body
Oh hell yeah.
with Burial Ground.
Yeah.
Fist Held
what a-
High Records from Madison, Wisconsin,
Okay.
distributed by Rhetoric Records.
Wow.
Yeah,
What a monstrous split. A couple of heavy duty bands on that.
yeah.
Right.
This thing is it's been around. Oh, it's a vintage vinyl purchase, $3.99.
Yeah. Love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, no year. Who knows?
Yeah, Brian, I don't know if you can see. Can you see that?
Move it a little bit towards the side. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Vintage vinyl, $3.99.
Yeah. That's what they all were mostly. So great.
Great.
But yeah, I love Drag Body. I never fully got into Burial Ground. But yeah, Drag Body's like my jam.
Yeah, I don't know that if I've ever heard Burial Ground. I remember Drag Body, but I don't know if I've ever heard Burial Ground.
Yeah.
Are they a Wisconsin band or?
I don't know who's who. Oh, hold on, maybe let me tell you. Yeah, because Drag Body's a Florida band.
figured
don't
if it was on a Wisconsin label, maybe they were from.
Yeah, no, Burial Grounds got like, I think Scranton, PA.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
The label just must have been from Wisconsin.
Sure.
Who
That's
knows?
cool.
Or somebody in the scene that moved to Wisconsin. You know, some crazy story.
What was that?
I said, or maybe it was somebody that was in the scene, one of their friends, and then somebody just moved over to
Yeah,
Wisconsin
right.
for whatever reason.
And yeah, it was just like, well, I
Yeah.
gotta create a scene here.
All right. What do you got?
Yeah, okay. Here we go. This is the Converge Coalesce. Another Coalesce split.
Yes,
This
I
time
have that one.
this time with Converge. Yeah. This was on Edison Recordings.
Mm. They used to
Uh
put out some good stuff.
Edison was the shit in the 90s, yeah. And it's a split label with Life Records out of Worcester, Mass.
Life?
Life.
Okay.
LIFE Records.
Yeah.
Are you near Worcester?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, no, this one's great, you know. It's on the purple, marbly purple wax. And yeah, it's just, you know, two fucking powerhouse bands just firing on all cylinders, doing their thing. It's a pretty great split. The Converge track is Love as Arson, which was on
yes.
yeah, which was on was it Unloved and Weeded Out, or no, the other one? No, which one? Can't remember. We talked about it last time. I can't fucking remember which one.
When Forever Comes Crashing.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
and
album just brings back so many memories.
Yeah, it's such a great record. And the Coalesce track is Have Patience,
Nice.
which I think was on Give 'Em Rope.
Yep.
Possibly.
No. Is it? I don't know. I want to say it's the Functioning on Impatience.
Was it Functioning?
No, I think you might be right. Have Patience. Or, I don't know, it could have been on The Safe Place. Who knows?
What did I say it was?
You thought Give Them Rope.
Have Patience.
I think it's either...
Yeah. It's the first track on Give Them Rope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
But no, this was just a cool split. I have no idea when it came out, but I remember. I don't know if it was my introduction to Converge or my introduction to Coalesce, but I remember buying it and just thinking like, "Holy shit, these bands are just on the next level." You know what I mean? Especially at this time.
They really were for back then.
Back then, yeah, they were really pushing the envelope and just fucking going for it. It was so rad.
Yeah.
Such a cool time, you know, for hardcore and independent music. But yeah, no, it's a good one. Couple bangers on that one.
All right, I'm gonna go off track from our '90s hardcore and go into '90s punk.
Cool.
I have this Anti-Heroes split with Dropkick Murphys.
Fuck yeah!
And Anti-Heroes do Rich People Don't Go to Jail and Election Day Live. Dropkicks do Road to the Righteous and Guns of Brixton. That has this like great pictures in here.
Oh wow, they do a Clash cover? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love the fucking gatefold. That's sick. Who put that
out? TKO Records.
Yeah.
Ooh, I haven't even opened this in a long time.
Yes, that's fucking red.
Let's see what the other one is. Clear Yellow. Yeah.
Sick, man.
Yeah, I don't remember where I got this from at all. But yeah, this was a good one.
Fuck yeah, that's a great pairing of fucking bands, you know?
Yeah.
That's rad. I don't think I ever knew that thing existed. When did that come out?
It's old.
Yeah.
They're real young in this. Real young.
That was probably original lineup, Dropkick.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can tell by the pictures. Definitely original lineup.
That's cool.
Which up here they're doing that. Well, he's been traveling and doing that. Mike McColgan and the Bomb Squad, and he's been playing the whole Do or Die album.
Right.
So up here they're gonna have it's Mike McColgan and Rick Barton, two of the original members, will be playing
Sick.
two nights up here in Boston.
That's gonna be fucking unreal.
Yeah. I bought the tickets immediately.
Of course, yeah.
I bought the tickets immediately, right? Because I knew it was coming. I'm like, great. And then I think I was like on the train going up to the city like a week later, and I'm like, what is this? They added another night, but they added a night before the first night that they announced. And I'm like, I'm not just getting fucking second shots here. I did that with Kid Dynamite years ago back on their last show. I'm like, no. So I had to buy the tickets for the first night too. I'm like, yeah. I want all that energy the first night.
Yeah, right. You don't want sloppy seconds, man.
Yeah, it's exactly what I said. Yeah.
That's great. Okay. What do we got? Okay, so we both know and love Reversal of Man, right?
Yes.
Great fucking bands.
Listened to them mowing the lawn yesterday.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have a split, 12-inch split that they did with Combat Wounded Veteran. Did you ever get into them? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking rad. I don't have it with me, but it's called Electric Youth Crew.
Oh, no
and
way.
It's it's like 6 songs each, and it's totally what you'd expect from both bands. But it just who the fuck put it out? Oh, Schematics.
Oh.
Out of I'm pretty sure they're out of Florida. They put out a lot of yeah. Florida label run by that dude Steve Heritage. He does a lot of recordings in Florida too. But yeah, he put it out, and it's just fucking rad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
2 really great bands, just doing the fucking thing.
That's cool. That sounds like an awesome release.
It is, yeah.
I'm kind of jealous I don't have it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I'm looking it up because I don't have it with me. It's still at home, but yeah, there's 5 Reversal of Man songs, 4 Combat Wounded Veteran songs. And if I remember correctly, this is when Combat Wounded Veteran was like getting away from doing like grindcore.
Okay.
They were kind of like expanding on that and just doing like real weirdo, like punky kind of hardcore. So it's not like fully grind, but it's definitely still weird and still awesome, And and it's Reversal of Man just fucking blasting through their songs. It's a fucking great release. And again, like 2 bands that complement each other really well,
Yep. Yeah.
And it's like it makes sense that they're on the same slab of wax. I love shit like that too, where it's like, oh yeah, this is perfect. Like 2 perfectly paired bands on one record.
It's awesome.
Great.
All right, I'll feature one that we did last time, just because. Well, anyway, I wanted to again, but on the recording that didn't get finalized. The Good Riddance split with Ignite.
Yeah.
And Ignite covers Band in DC on this. I don't know what it is about this Good Riddance, but they actually the LP of like almost like the same color or same cover around this time. I don't know. I just love that. I don't listen to a lot of like California punk bands, but nothing against them. But That Good Riddance album, I'll absolutely love. Right around this time.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I never got into Good Riddance, but I had friends that were into them and stuff, and whenever it was on, I was never like, "Fuck is this shit?" You know what I mean? Like it was. I
Yeah.
kind of liked it, you know. But there was that was just a band I never really took the time with, you know.
I think it's like just because it's also like a West Coast thing. We're so used to just this East Coast stuff.
Could have been, yeah.
You
It's
know?
one of those things where it's like, oh, you got Good Riddance? Well, we've got fucking Kid Dynamite. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, which is kind of a shitty thing to say and do, but it's just kind of how it was, you know?
Yeah, it was. It was just like, okay, yeah, you hear about like a California band, and you're like, okay, that's cool, and
Yeah.
you just didn't pay it much attention. Not that you hated it or you didn't like it or nothing, just
Right.
But yeah, whatever. It's all good. Yeah, but this is a good one. Ignite split with Good Riddance. Off of Revelation, 1996. There you go.
That's cool. So I'm guessing Ignite was on Rev at that point, probably. Wondering
Yeah,
why.
I don't know.
Or
I mean,
did
Revelation put out something from like everybody at one point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That's funny.
Yeah, okay, so the Ignite song Past Our Means,
Yes.
that was the EP that they put out on Rev.
Okay.
Good Riddance, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, they do 21 Guns and Class War 2000.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out because, like I said, I never really got into them.
Just that one album I got into.
Yeah.
It has a red cover on it. I forget the actual album.
If I said the name, would you know it?
Probably.
Symptoms of a Leveling Spirit.
I think that might be it. I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at Discogs and I see it's the only one with a red cover.
Yeah, Symptoms of a Leveling Spirit.
Cool.
That one was absolutely awesome. Yeah, it's good. What is they have another one called Good in the Revolution, but it looks exactly like the Young. Hold on a minute. Go. I gotta find this out.
That's cool. Okay, so yeah, let's see, what do I got? Okay, so as you may know, I, for whatever reason, have a real affinity with Southern California hardcore from the 90s. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was about that time. Maybe I was just like kind of fried with what was happening, up here. And then I don't know what it was, but I was just really drawn to the San Diego scene in the 90s. A lot of cool bands doing cool things. I think we talked about it, like how, they took the idea of punk and hardcore and just like fucking ran with it, like just broke apart the standard 4/4 timing thing and the, intro, verse, chorus, mosh thing, and just kind of like made really wild and crazy music, but it was still steeped in like punk and hardcore. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Socio-political lyrics. Just putting shit out on their own labels, booking their own tours, things like that. But there's a band called Swing Kids. You know Swing Kids?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, okay. Which, at the time of recording this, there's a documentary, a short, like a 35-minute documentary. The bass player was celebrating his 50th birthday, and he got the original Swing Kids band back together to play a show for his birthday at the Che Cafe in San Diego.
No way.
And they did like a short documentary of that show, and then talk to all the members about like the band and like where the band came from, where the ideas came from, what they're doing now. And it's awesome because it's short, it's to the point. They play their entire fucking an entire catalog. They don't have a lot of songs; they just blast it through their set.
Yeah.
And they're so fucking rad. I don't know what it was. I think it just hit me at the right time, 1995.
Yeah,
And
it was different. You're right.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
completely
it was just
different. I
different.
loved it.
It was
Um,
spazzy. It was weird. It had like this crazy kinetic energy.
yeah, his voice was something else too.
Oh, dude, I know. Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
have not listened to that or thought about them in years until you
Dude,
brought
do
that
yourself
up.
a favor. Do yourself a favor and listen to this, because what I'm talking about is they did a split 10-inch with a band called Spanacorzo. 3 Swing Kids songs, 3 Spanacorzo songs, and it's just all fucking manic, spazzy, crazy punk hardcore. Oh, it's so fucking rad. And I'm
That's
pretty
awesome.
sure this may have been my introduction to Swing Kids. And then from there I was like, I gotta find everything they have, which isn't much. But they recently put out an anthology of all their stuff. And it fits
that's
on
awesome.
112-inch. You know what I mean? So there's not like a lot of songs happening here.
That's
But
great.
no, they were fucking awesome. And you should check out that documentary too, because it's fucking 35 minutes long. It's not going to take your entire night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
Those
Check
guys
it
were
out.
in many other bands too. Do you ever go
Yeah,
down
well,
that rabbit hole?
Yeah. Well, the singer Justin Pearson, he has a label, 31G. He was in the Locusts.
Yes, I did. I listened to the podcast with him.
Yeah, he was in Dead Cross. He's got his own podcast, which has pretty cool guests on it. Yeah, he's just like the top guy in San Diego. Got a label. He's in a bunch of cool bands. But yeah, it's fucking cool. And like I said, I think it found me at the right time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then it just took me down this entire different path from what I had already been going through the previous 4 years or whatever. So yeah,
Nice.
mid 90s San Diego punk and hardcore is the fucking shit.
Awesome.
In my opinion. I don't know, I love it. All those bands, I think they're all great.
All right. We briefly talked about this before, but it's a 7. It's called What's the Furthest Place from Here?
Yeah.
It's a comic book series with 7 inches.
Yeah.
And this one has Tim Berry and Andrew Jack Jihad on it. And it's pretty cool. It's a pretty little neat story.
Yeah. I love the concept, of like songs correlating with comics.
Mm-hmm. And I think most of the songs are covers. I think they're all covers.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I do know, and Please Don't Bury Me, Tim Berry does, is It was the John Prine song.
Right.
Yeah. The AJ Joe Jack Tellum. I'm not sure.
Joe Jack Talcum.
Yeah.
That's the guy from
Oh, that's
Dead Milkman, right?
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Oh, I don't know.
I could be making that up. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Short together. Awesome.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, but this whole thing was put out by Image Comics, and I think there's like 10 of them. And
yeah, you sent me the link to that website, and I checked out the whole thing. And yeah, there's a bunch of them. And they all come with a 7-inch from all different artists, which is fucking so cool.
And I still haven't gotten it, but I want to get the one that Julian Baker covers, 1979 by
Smashing Pumpkins.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to hear that.
That's fucking cool. Yeah, she. We talked about Julian Baker last time around. She's fucking amazing.
Phenomenal.
She's so rad.
Yeah.
So fucking talented. Like, dude, it's unreal. Yeah. There's go ahead.
It blows me away, like when you get into like slower music like that, like how someone can just hold the timing to that slow speed, because maybe naturally I can't with anything, you know. It's just I'm always faster, and then I'll just get in these moments where like I'm really chill, and I'm like, and listen to Julian Baker, and it just hits, you know.
It's amazing. Yeah, totally. Perfect. Yeah, she was in. She was one of the members in that band, Boy Genius.
Oh yeah. Which
was like the fucking biggest band in the world at one point. But yeah, no, I went down a rabbit hole, a Boy Genius rabbit hole, and I saw they did a Tiny Desk concert for NPR.
Okay.
And I'm watching it, and I'm just like, fuck, Julian Baker is just unstoppable, dude. She's playing the mandolin, you know, she's singing, like, beautiful voice. Then she's sitting down, she's playing the piano, and she picks up a fucking acoustic. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? She's like amazing.
Yeah.
And then I found video of her doing a Jawbreaker song, which I can't remember which one, but it's pretty rad.
I think I've seen that before.
Yeah. What fucking song is it? I know the lyrics. I can't think of the title though.
I know it's on the tip of my tongue, but
yeah, but that was like, she's fucking rad. So she covers Smashing Pumpkins. That's cool.
Let's see. Accident Prone by Jawbreaker.
Accident Prone. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. Yeah, getting back to like the slow song thing. I can say this: listening is much easier than trying to play it.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, because like as a drummer, I've always been in like hardcore bands, whatever, playing fast, whatever. And a friend of mine, Patrick, writes a lot of songs, and we put a band together. And there were like some of them were slower, some of them were just like, you know, indie rock stuff. But the slower songs was like an exercise for all of us in keeping time and like just trying to play. You know what I mean? Because everyone else in the band, they were all like punkers and hardcore kids too, and we were like, oh, let's do this different thing. It was like, it was a learning experience for all of us. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. And you know, we played like a handful of shows and stuff, and it was fun. We had a lot of fun with it. But it was just funny how like we were all, you know, punk and hardcore kids playing this like folksy kind of shit. And it was like, man, this is fucking tough, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I always feel like every little scene or everything that there was, like, I wish there could be like just somebody in the background that would have a little label to put out like your side project, just a 7-inch by you guys, just so somebody had it, you know?
Yeah.
And I see scenes nowadays, and like you just, I mean, that's how Richmond came about. That's how Gainesville came about.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
how everything else came about because there was labels behind them,
Right.
like team effort, and I never would have heard about half the bands from Florida if there wasn't a label there.
Yeah, right.
And those bands like changed my life, and I just
Same.
yeah.
That's the most amazing part, Like
Yeah.
you close your eyes and point to anything on the No Idea label, chances are you're gonna fucking love it. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
it's such a vibrant scene, and
I
it's
don't
always
think there was
been.
anything I hated off the label. I mean, I
No,
didn't love
no,
everything.
no. I can't think of
but
anything that I was just like, this is shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is fucking amazing to say about a
Yeah.
scene, It's pretty rad.
I don't know.
But no, I get what you're saying. Like without, I mean, now with digital, it's totally different. I can go home, record something tonight, and put it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I had the means.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the '90s and early 2000s, even, it wasn't that easy. So, what do we got? I got this. I talked about it last time. This Combat Wounded Veteran Orchid.
Oh
split.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a 6-inch.
Oh,
I don't know
that's
if you can
right.
see.
Yeah.
It's like a little 6-inch record, and it's got this like die cut sleeve. It's got this cool fucking die cut skull.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that. I can put my fucking eye in it. But yeah, yeah, it's just kind of weird that it's Combat Wounded Veteran. So I didn't realize a lot of my splits have a lot of the same bands, but that's okay.
It's all right.
But no, I mean,
Orchid was your jam, right? You talked about Orchid, right, last time?
Yeah, Orchid was pretty rad. But this was on Clean Plate Records, which at the time was out of Amherst. Are you near Amherst?
I'm not. I might be.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty much like no more than an hour away from
Hampshire College.
Well, I don't know.
Okay. So yeah, they put it out. I don't see a year on this thing, but it had to have been like late '90s, early aughts, probably.
It's really funny how there's never a year on these records.
It fucking drives me bananas, dude.
Me too. I wonder how many other people it drives nuts. I wonder if even people in the bands remember. Oh man.
No. How hard is it to just like right here, right in the corner, just put a fucking 97 or 98?
Yeah. Yeah. Just something. It's nowhere.
Yeah. But this was a cool one though. It's
yeah.
Just two bands doing their fucking thing. Orchid, in my opinion, is probably like the upper echelon of that style and scene, They really fucking dialed it in and just nailed it, That because I mean, I don't want to talk shit about grindcore or like, spazzy hardcore, but a lot of times you hear one band and it's like there's no real like discerning factors that differentiate them from another band in the same style.
Yep.
Whereas with Orchid, you hear an Orchid song and there's no question that it's them. You know what I mean? They really put their fucking stamp on it and made it their own, which is rad. I always thought that was so fucking cool. And it took me a while to come around to Orchid too. I remember my roommate at the time, real good friend of mine, he was always, we lived together and he was always like playing Orchid and trying to sell me on Orchid. I'm like, yeah, all right, man, it's cool for what it is,
Yeah.
And then like years later, I was like, holy shit, they're just like amazing.
Yeah, I've listened to them. I like some of the stuff, but not all of it. And then I just like haven't gotten into it.
Right.
There's always time though. You never know.
Yeah, Right. It's never
Yeah.
never too
Yeah.
late, you know.
Honestly, it isn't. Yeah.
But yeah. So this was a fun one, and I
Cool.
always liked, like it's a fucking 6 inch. It's got a die cut sleeve. It's just fun. It's not just like
Oh
a
yeah.
7 inch, in a fucking glossy envelope.
Nice.
It's cool.
All right, we're gonna redo this talk, but the offbeat from '90s hardcore. We're going to the Dwayne Peters
Yeah,
split with Pascal Briggs. Now,
love that.
Dwayne Peters does a Tom Waits cover. No, Pascal Briggs. They both do Tom Waits covers.
Okay, cool.
Suicide Child and Cold Cold Ground.
Yes.
That's what this is. And I don't know the whole story behind this, but word of mouth back in the day came about where either the U.S. bombs or the Huns left them in like England, and because Pascal Briggs is from England, and they did this 7 inch to get him some money to get him home. Who knows if that story is even true? But there was a guy I used to hang out with back in the day that would just spit all this like word of mouth stories about every band from like England. I'm like, who do you talk to? Because I hang out with you every day. I'm like, who are you talking to? I don't know where he got all this stuff from, but this is like what I would hear. And yeah, the label's from Germany.
Uh-huh.
And it's called I Used to Fuck People Like You in Prison Records. Prison 005-7. That's the record.
Okay.
So that's right, because we're talking about how the podcast gets a lot of hits in Germany. So
okay, yeah. So we got it. Hey,
Germany people, come on,
yes.
hit me up on Facebook and tell me the story. So then the other piece to this is that I went on Instagram, right? And I shared this with you before, and I talked to who I think was Dwayne Peters, and I asked him about it. And he's like, hey, Brian, gets back to me, and he goes, yeah, I got the story. I got the recordings. I can get them to you, but I'm kind of hurting for money. You got like $50. And I didn't have the money at the time, or else I probably would have lost my $50 and not know what I got back. But so when I finally did get back to him, I was like, yeah, I'll pay you, whatever. And his whole account is gone. Can't find him. Everything's disappeared online.
Goodness.
And I have no idea if it was Dwayne Peters or what. But I'm glad I didn't right away.
Yeah, right. Who knows? You probably would have never gotten anything. But
no.
Oddly enough, the story that he was left in Germany on tour tracks. The story that he just found someone to put out a record to make money, that shit tracks. You know what I mean? And like him having an account on Facebook that you reached out to and spoke to, and that just all of a sudden disappears, that shit tracks too. You know what I mean? So it's impossible to know what's true and what isn't. So funny.
And from what I did find out, like Pascal Briggs is like England's version of Dwayne Peters too. And I do have a 12-inch by Pascal Briggs. It's cool. It's really
Did
neat.
he have a band? Did he have a band with him, or was it just him?
No, it was just him. But it's not like a typical acoustic. It's more like him singing more at times than even without playing the guitar, and then like kind of like comes in. It's like secondary in a really weird way. It's really neat and really cool, and I really like it. But it's still really sad. It's a lot about drug use and depression and everything. But either way, yeah. So that's the story with all that. But still love anything Dwayne Peters puts out.
Yeah, that's fucking cool, man. I don't know. Are we like? What are we doing?
Let's do one more.
We keep running.
Yeah, we'll do one more.
Okay, because I got a ton, or not a ton, but I do have a bunch of honorable mentions here. But I do want to talk about. Fuck. Okay, yeah, I'll mention this one again. I talked about it before. But it's the Crimson Curse and the Festival of Dead Deer. Now, Crimson Curse was another Justin Pearson project.
Okay.
The dude that was in Swing Kids, Locusts. He's in Def Club now. But Crimson Curse was cool because it was just like spazzy punk. There's keyboards in it, and just really short, just wild, fun songs. But they put out a split, and I don't know if you can see this, but they didn't cut it out.
Oh,
Like they
I
just
love
left
when
it.
stuff like that.
They
When they do
left it
stuff like that.
square, and you
Yeah.
can see, this is where they would have cut it to make the 7-inch, but they just left it fucking square, which is pretty rad.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wonder if
cool.
it's
And I
budget
remember-
reasons.
Huh?
I wonder if it's budget reasons.
Yeah, I wonder, or maybe just to be, a dick. Who knows? But no, it's cool. It's cool because two bands that complement each other really well, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, some of the guys from Festival of Dead Deer and Crimson Curse formed a band called Retox. Or maybe it was either Some Girls or Retox. But both bands are fucking rad. Both bands are worth checking out. I can only believe that this split led to them doing bands together. Okay, it was Retox.
Okay.
Yeah, check out the band Retox.
Will do.
It's definitely cool.
Awesome. All right. I've had this for a long time. Let me see the plastic. Oh, no, I don't know where I got it. The Promise Ring
Oh, fuck yeah.
split with Texas is the Reason.
Yeah.
Right?
That almost made my list.
Ah, nice. I was wondering if you were gonna. Yeah, I was like, he might beat me to this one, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
1996. This one does have a date. J Tree Records. And just two fucking amazing bands from that time.
Yeah, it's a fucking.
You can't
classic.
beat them.
You really can't.
Both songs are recorded at. Well, they were recorded at Salad Days Studio in Boston.
Oh, sick. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. So I was gonna mention, I saw those two bands on tour, and I bootlegged one of the shows. They played the Wetlands in New York City, and I bootlegged it. I have no idea where the tape is now. I mean, the sound quality was shit. I had one of those pocket recorders, and the mic on it was so small it would just get blown out if there was too much noise happening. So I kept it in my sweatshirt pocket, and you could hear shit rustling around in there. It was it was an awful bootleg, but I had it.
It'll take 40 hours to download on Napster back in the day, maybe. What is this shit?
Yeah, I have no idea what happened to the tape, but I know I had bootlegged a couple other shows. Oh yeah, I tried to bootleg Dead Guy played a show at the Manville Elks Lodge, and it was on the same tape, and it was on the flip side of the same tape. And I remember during the Dead Guy set that the sound just fucking cuts out because the thing fell out of my pocket and hit the ground, and the fucking battery shot out. I'm like, oh fuck!
Busted.
I think I broke the fucking recorder thing. I'm like, damn it! It's in the middle of their fucking set. That was so cool.
What is I doing?
I was so mad about it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And it's not like anyone would fucking care that I was recording the show. You know what I mean? It wasn't going to be like a... Remember that episode of What's Happening? When Rerun was approached by somebody to bootleg a Doobie Brothers show? He gets caught.
Oh, no.
It's like a whole life lesson that they learn. So it wouldn't be anything like that, you know.
Yeah. No.
But no, I
Doesn't
was
need to be.
pissed because like the fucking recorder broke. I lost a battery, you know. It just got kicked around in the fucking pit. I'm like, God fucking damn it.
Oh, that would be so funny if you find it again.
Yeah, no,
someday.
it's long gone. I'm sure I
Oh,
recorded over it or gave it away to somebody.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so that release is rad. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. Two bands that complement each other really well. Two
Yeah.
songs that are only on that release. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
neither one of those songs wound up on an LP or another
Yep.
7-inch. Which is cool.
They're doing a Promise Ring documentary.
Oh fuck, really?
Yeah, so I'll send you the link to a podcast episode where they talk about it.
Okay,
And
cool.
it's probably one of the funniest podcast episodes I've ever listened to
That's
because
rad.
everybody knows each other, and it's really, really funny.
Yeah.
And it's all
Cool.
haphazard, but anyway. But yeah,
Yeah. That's how it should be.
I'll
man,
I'll send you the link. Yeah.
Yeah, do that. I'd love to check that out. Because I mean, for what it's worth, I think Promise Ring was another one of those bands that just came out at the right time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's just what everybody needed when it came out. And then,
Yeah.
you know, and I always loved their mission statement of like never write the same record twice. You know what I mean? And when you listen
Yeah.
to their catalog, when you listen to their discography, no
Each
one
album's
record is the
different.
same.
No.
You know what I mean? And if you
But they're
listen to
all
them,
good.
that's what I'm saying. If you listen to it where it's like, okay, the first one, brilliant emo record. The second one, it's like poppy, it's catchy, the songwriting is more, you know, grown up, not grown up, I guess more refined. And then the third one, you know, there's like slower songs, but yeah, they were fucking such a good band. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
even that last record they put out when they broke up,
Yeah.
some of those songs like run 6 minutes long, and they're just like really intricate. There's like layers of like harmonies and vocal. Like it's fucking great. They were such
I
a
didn't
good
like
fucking...
that one back then when it came
Dude.
out, but like I'll listen to it at work with my earbuds, and I'm just like, this is awesome.
Oh, dude, I know. It's so
Yeah.
fucking good. I felt the same way when it first came out. I was like, oh fuck. But then I remembered their mission statement: never write the same record twice. So I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I kept listening, and now I hear it now, and I'm like, this is so fucking good. It's so good.
Nice. Did you ever see
Great
him
band.
live? I didn't.
Promise Ring?
Yeah.
Oh, a bunch of times. Yeah.
No,
They,
I never got to see him.
So yeah, I bootlegged that one show at Texas Is the Reason at the Wetlands. I saw him on that tour, and then
Oh yeah, you were saying you saw the tour. Just
yeah,
now.
and then do you remember this CMJ College Music Journal? They would do those.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they would do those showcase shows like in New
Yeah.
York City,
Yeah.
and like Rev did one, Jade Tree did one, like all these great labels had showcase shows, and I caught Jets to Brazil, Promise Ring. Who else was on the label at that time? Oh, this band Euphone. Like they were all on the label, so I went to a Jade Tree CMJ. That was pretty fucking rad.
So, it's funny that you just mentioned CMJ because I went to a show in New Bedford a couple weeks ago, and there was this band, Starbath, and they're like an alternative indie rock band to me, you know.
Okay.
And it's just some of the songs are like 10 minutes long, and it's kind of like they're jamming out like a jam band style, but it's not jam band. It's more of like, you know, hardcore-esque. And,
Yeah.
it's
Is it
really
like-
cool.
Is it heavy or just
Little bit heavy, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
More of like, you know, like fuzz guitar a little bit, you know.
Cool.
It sounds heavy, but
Yeah,
it's not sped up. It's like in between, you know, being real heavy and real slow. And
that's cool.
It's really cool, but it reminded me of like finding them on a CMJ sampler,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
Right, just some random band that you never heard, but
Yeah, they were the
deserves some
opening
recognition.
band.
Yeah,
I was so happy I went. Blew me away. Liked it. I sent him a message. I've been talking to him a little bit online.
that's cool.
So
What are
yeah.
they called? Starfucker?
Star Bath.
Star Bath. Oh, okay. Star Bath. Over
Get
Starfucker.
rid of. Where did that come from?
They need to change their fucking name to Starfucker.
Oh. Oh man.
Yeah.
All right, we're losing it. We're losing it. Lost
Okay.
plot. Anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
you should check
all
them
right.
out.
I
can
will.
listen to most of their stuff on Bandcamp. It's really cool.
Bandcamp. Okay. Cool. Star Bath.
Star Bath.
Bath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. BATH.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Not Starfucker. So anyway, okay. So I'm glad you mentioned the Promise Ring Texas split because I wanted to talk about the split Texas is the Reason did with that band Samuel. You ever get into Samuel?
I remember the name, but no, I did not
Yeah.
get into them.
Okay. They were like they were indie rock band, Western Pennsylvania. They were just the drummer was co-owner of that label Art Monk Construction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this was distributed by Art Monk, but it's on the Simba record label out of I think it was out of Germany. But so they toured together, Samuel and Texas is the Reason, and they played a show at Handy Street in New Brunswick, which is where I picked this up. And I guess it was just a real, just memorable show, because it was like, so the Texas is the Reason song is Something to Forget, which was on the LP, but it's a different version. Like the
oh no
like
way.
The breakdown at the end of the song where they do that like slow build, it's totally different on this version, which is cool. And yeah, I had gotten into Samuel through Art Monk because Art Monk was another label that like anything they put out, if I saw that Art Monk fucking thing, the logo, I was buying it. I didn't care. Just sight unseen, music unheard. I was owning it. You know what I mean? Because I thought that like whatever they were doing at that time, all the bands they had on their label were just fucking awesome. It was more steeped in indie rock, but it was, I don't know, they were just, a lot of the bands on that label were just doing different things within the parameters of indie rock. You know what I mean? Like heavier guitars, more gruff vocals, but kids weren't fucking dancing to it or stage diving. You know what I mean? It was just like, it was right in that sweet spot where it was like dirty enough to have like a punk following, but like indie enough to where, kids that just wanted to stand there with their arms folded could enjoy it. You know what I mean? It was like right in that sweet spot. And yeah, I loved that label. I thought they were just great. And I had learned about Samuel through that label, and then they did the split with Texas, and I was like, well, of course I'm going to get it. And that show at Handy Street was awesome. It was like, it was middle of summer, and the fucking power kept going out because it was so fucking hot, like, I guess everybody in New Brunswick had their air conditioners going, you know what I mean? And they just kept losing power, and it was just, it was fun because like everybody was just like kind of bummed, but at the same time fully understanding, and it was like hot, sweaty fucking basement show. It was fucking rad.
Any show in New Brunswick was memorable. I didn't go to a lot,
pretty much,
but I went to like a few. I got to catch Vision in New Brunswick once, and
dude, Vision at the Court Tavern was like anytime they played there, it was like a rite of passage. You know what I mean? Like you had to see Vision at the Court.
Yeah, that place is that was something else. That was another area too that just, anything that came out of there around that time.
Yeah, right. I know.
Was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so rad. There were so many cool spots too. There was like the Melody Bar in New Brunswick.
Yeah, I think that's where I saw him at.
Yeah, they always booked, like, had great shows, booked great bands. There was Handy Street, always had good shows. There was a house on Somerset that always had good shows. You ever get into Yaphet Kotto? They were on Evolution. No. Okay, yeah, they I caught them at the Somerset house, which was fucking awesome. Yeah, just always the Court Tavern. Yeah, the Bruns is a special place.
Yep, that it was. All right. I think we're gonna call it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can I hold on?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, no, I had a few honorable mentions, and they both happen to be on Art Monk.
Do you want to blast them out real quick?
I think where I was going with that, but no, the Art Monk #1, the first release, Art Monk 1, the Hoover Lincoln split. It's
wow.
It's amazing. It's both bands just at their fucking best. You know what I mean? Like
yep.
a lot. I mean, there's a lot of mystique around Hoover. I feel like you either loved him or hated him, you know. But I thought they were fucking great. They were just a really good band, doing weird shit like odd time signatures, you know, spazzy vocals, real bass heavy, like bass driven. It was just fucking cool shit. But yeah, Art Monk 1, #1, Hoover Lincoln, and then you ever get into Frodus? That band Frodus, DC.
No.
Another spazzy, like, you know, hardcore band. They did a split with my friend's band on Art Monk, the Transmaggetti, and it's on like it's there. I'll get it. It's crystal clear.
I have a Transmaggetti 12-inch.
Oh, which one? Steal the Jet Keys or Fading Left to Complete Line? Does it have jets on it?
No, it's like a yellowish black cover, sort of like a faded type picture.
Okay, yeah, that's probably Steal the Jet Key. No, yeah, Steal the Jet Keys. But no, you can see this. It's fucking crystal clear.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got Frodus on one side, Transmaggetti on the other, and it's Art Monk 15. You know, and it was just cool. Like each band made a little card, you know, picture of the band, words and shit. You know, there's the Transmaggetti one, all their words and info.
Cool.
It's just fucking cool, you know. But yeah, I would be remiss if I didn't mention those two.
Nice. All right.
Because again, it's the Art Monk label. It's fucking rad. It's one of those labels. They didn't put out a lot of shit, but you can, if you have a list of Art Monk releases, close your eyes, point to one, and listen to it. It's gonna blow you away. It's great.
Nice.
So, right. Yeah.
You good?
That's all I got. Yeah, I mean there are others, you know, but we can go on and on.
We got other episodes coming up eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, the split release, it's fucking magical, man. There's a magic to the split release.